Now that's my first thing I put on there was my intro. This part here will be my first chapter, and the name of it will be called Self. The reason why this is called the Sugarfoot Delight is because you're in for a treat. They used to call me Sugarfoot back in my home area, but the delight part is it'll be a journey to lift you, where through me you will be able to see that everything always works out in the end, and everything will be just fine. So today we're going to talk about something called self. Everything understands that to make a change, it starts with self. If we do not make a stand for ourselves, then we fall for anything. State of Mississippi, Louisiana, surrounding little areas, all over there are designed for us to take government assistance. So when we get older, we does not have collateral. We want to be able to build collateral. We want to be able to make a stand, something leaving a legacy, a mark, knowing that you've been there. You understand what I'm saying? And that's exactly what my goal is to make sure I leave a mark and let people know that, I'm here, you there, we're all family. We're all family. So 6 years ago, I started walking on faith. Life events happened where it pushed me to where I was by myself, and that's called pruning. You'll get in situations where you feel like things are just so hard and you can't see no other way out, and everybody's left you. That's because your daddy is pruning you. He cipher everything that's not good for you and push them away. We just have to pay attention to the signs that he sends us. He sends us signs to make sure that we understand that, hey, this is what I need you to do. You need to do this. Follow him. Your first mind, go with your first mind. Your first mind is always him telling you directions. So when you feel like you're by yourself and it's just everything is kind of hard, my daddy moves in confusion. People don't understand that too. They can say they read the Bible, they're Christian, they're Baptist, whatever, but a believer knows first thing you're taught is observation. Your mind, can't nobody take that from you. So knowledge, meaning you need to read. If you read that Bible, it tells you how life gonna play out. In that type of situation, you call on him because he moves in confusion. That's to change our non-believers into believers. That's what gets you on his team, because you know half of the stuff, it wasn't you. It wasn't you doing it. You knew it was somebody else moving on your situation. So it's like, okay, wipe the tears away. Stand up and look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? Change start with self. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, change start with self. That's when the epiphany hit. Everything's on own levels. If you're not blossoming, and you're not growing, and you're not hitting mind-changing advanced levels, then you're not going nowhere. You don't want to be paralyzed. You want to keep your boat moving, because at the end of the tunnel, it's a yacht, and you will be on there. So it's more like, when I see myself, trying to figure out things and everything that left me and it's just me, I called on him. When I called on him to show him interest that I'm interested in him, and I got to reading scriptures that protects us, because everything we say we manifest, it comes directly out of our mouth, and it's in our world, because then we start to bind and unbind things, what we do here and there. So why he told us, don't worry about things that you can't control, because you that tree planted by the water, that shall not be moved. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. Keep pushing. Gates always break through. So when I discovered that I was a woman of God, because then I had wiped my tears away, and I understand that he's the only man that I need to depend on. So that goes for my ladies. It's a bad relationship. Love does not hurt. I've been in a relationship with this man for 6 years and discovered I was a woman of God like 6 months ago. Took that long to hit an epiphany, but it was real. Men, sometimes we just can't depend on them because they're not designed for it, because they wasn't that real, that was spared. It's only one real that Eve was given. Only one, that perfect match. And how you know that is because your spirits connect. Like you've known each other for years and you just met. Because you can know a dozen people, but it doesn't mean that they're right for you. So this man right here that I'm talking about, I walked on faith, I fasted, I did everything I was supposed to. And he showed me who was for me and wasn't for me. And it was more people that I thought that loved me. And it was a love-hate war. Love do not hurt. Change start with self. I took control back of my head. I got the understanding that, you right. Daddy, I love you. I walk by you. Tell me to order my steps. And he sends me where you may go. He sends us aligned with people that's on the same religion that we're on, where we know that love doesn't hurt. Get out of those bad relationships. You're only confining yourself to time and losing that. Get out of those bad entities that's around you, because we get content and we start to get paralyzed. Then we get deaf because we're not listening to the signs around us. Then we get blind because we're not seeing things because of love. Emotion is the biggest mistake that we make, because emotions, that's what the defeated devil feeds off of emotions. When things are not good for us, but our emotions are pulling us to it. Things are just not working out, but I see it. My head is telling me I got to let it go, but my emotions won't let it die down. So that's how we know, ladies, that first of all, the first thing we have to do is we're queens. We stand strong on who we are. We control us. You understand what am I saying? And my daddy take charge of us. So with that being said is, let go of all that. Be comfortable. Be humble and peaceful. And don't worry about nothing that you can't control. Because everything starts with self, and take control of your head. And you need to take control now. Because now we're in the times where the believers are uprising and the wicked is perishing. They're starting to fall. So now our cup are running over completely, where we're putting 2 or 3 cups, because he's blessing us. Sometimes we have to be by ourselves and be shifted like that in order to see the blessings that he has for us, that our journey that we started is not going to be like our destiny. So we have to accept the pros and the cons, because that's what he said when we start walking with him, is that things are not going to be easy. So I can't expect you to think they're going to be easy. But walk with me, believe in me, have faith in me, and I promise you, I take you to higher powers. It's just change start with self. I can't work on you unless you change self, identify self. You discovered self, because now I discovered self. So when I did discover self, I took control, and everything around me seems to be blossoming. And that's the same effect with you. We want prosperity. We want working women to understand you keep your head up high. It is a shining knight of armor on its way. It's just we have this divine energy that attracts the defeated devil's territory, his soldiers, as well as my daddy. But you got to understand, ladies, love doesn't hurt. Again, love doesn't hurt. So with that being said, today is the best little intro level for the chapter 1 of Changing with Self. I hope this kind of helped y'all out a little bit, just a little bit. It's more to come. I will be doing this every single Sunday. Every single Sunday I will be on here giving you a little bit of some kind of inspiration, pushing you that change starts with self. I made a change, and right now I'm in a 4-bedroom house, honey. Like I've been on a yacht for like 6 months. So, I'm a believer, and I know that I just couldn't be quiet and just act like, what I'm saying, my daddy's not real. Like, this man is real. I just had to go through steps, and people don't understand that. They think that we just sit at home and we pray on something and it just magically happen. And that's not how he operates. You have to take steps. Everything goes in levels, epiphanies. And when change starts, you start seeing yourself evolve. And that's how you know that you're growing. Now, don't be, I don't care if you're religious or whatever, but I'm not religious. I'm a believer. And I stand strong in what I believe. And I don't fall for anything. I stand for something. So the Sugarfoot Delight is to let all our ladies know that change starts with self. I did it. You can do it. We all can do it. We all are going to pull together on this chain of the Sugarfoot Delight and try to get all of us on one accord, because a unit, we are strong, but individually we fall. You are a black woman on the other side of that. You're a white woman, Asian woman, but you are a queen on the other side of that. So we got control of our head. We got control of our mind. We done got a plan. We know what we want to do. Change start with self. So we're going to take off on the next rodeo on the next week when I'm off on Sunday, and do another little intro on something that I would like to call motivate. Once you change self, you have to keep yourself motivated to keep pushing on, because the defeated devil are going to give you searching illusions that things are falling apart, when in reality your daddy moved behind the scenes. He moves behind the scenes, meaning it's already worked out. Don't worry about it, because you started change. You start seeking him. When you seeked him, he automatically started moving in your confusion and start working things out, and you don't know how it's working out. Hallelujah. But it is Jesus. And that's a strong fact and belief that I know for sure is a 2 + 2 = 4 all day, because I tried it. I tried it. I let go the wheel. But just like I said, though, it was good to get on here to give y'all a little bit of insight. So that's going to be a little bit of coming up on next week. So stay tuned. I will be sharing this. Share the videos to everyone. Let them know we got a new girl on the block, and we are going to be making some waves over here. We're going to make a stand. We're going to rise up as a people, and we're going to break these chains and start taking control of self.